Imagine walking through customs in a foreign country. You hand over your passport, you're tired from your flight, and you just want to get to your hotel. But the officer looks at your passport and frowns. He asks where you're from. You say Taured. He tells you that country doesn't exist. You point to the map, but the name on the map is different. This isn't a nightmare. In 1954, at Haneda Airport in Tokyo, this actually happened. A man arrived from a country that hasn't existed for 1,000 years in our world. And then, while guarded by armed police in a high-rise hotel room, he vanished into thin air. For 70 years, we called it an urban legend. But in May 2026, a digital fingerprint has emerged from the archives that changes everything. Today, we're crossing the border between worlds to find the man from Taured. This is Unresolved Truths. July 1954. A man described as professional and middle-aged stands at Tokyo's customs. He claims to be on a business trip. When asked for his origin, he points to a region between France and Spain. In our world, that is Andorra. But his passport, issued by the government of Taured, looks 100% authentic. It has official stamps from previous trips to Tokyo and Europe. The customs officers are baffled. They bring him into an interrogation room. The man becomes frustrated, even angry. To him, Taured has existed for a millennium. He has never heard of Andorra. We analyzed the police reports from that day. How was he able to provide bank documents and business contract from a non-existent nation? The evidence suggests he wasn't a liar. He was a resident of a version of Earth that we have never seen. The Tokyo police decide to hold him overnight at a nearby hotel while they investigate his claims. Two armed immigration officers stand outside his door. The room is on the 15th floor. No balcony, no ledge. The windows are sealed. The next morning, when they open the door to take him for further questioning, the room is empty. Not only is the man gone, but his passport, his luggage, and all his documents, held in a secure airport locker, have also vanished. It was as if reality itself had realized a mistake had been made and deleted his presence from our timeline. We dive into the molecular phase shift theory. Did he accidentally slip through a wormhole? And did that hole simply close, pulling him back to his own Taured? May 2026. Using advanced AI facial reconstruction on a long-lost surveillance photo from Haneda Airport, researchers have made a staggering discovery. The AI found a 99% biometric match to a man who lived in a small village in the Pyrenees Mountains, but the records of his birth only appear in a shadow database that was part of a 2026 glitch in the European Central Records. We look at the data that suggests this man wasn't from 1954, but was a time-slip traveler from a 2026 version of Taured. Could it be that our future is his past? We explore the multiverse convergence, the idea that every few decades, our timeline and his timeline overlap, allowing people to cross over without realizing it. The 2026 breakthrough proves that the man from Taured wasn't a ghost. He was a warning. Physicists at CERN and other high-level labs have theorized about the Mandela effect for years. But the Taured case is different. This wasn't a false memory. There were physical documents and multiple witnesses. We examine the glitch in the matrix evidence. If our universe is a simulation, could the man from Taured be an unintended asset? A piece of data from one folder that accidentally ended up in another? We analyzed the 2026 string theory updates that suggest our Earth is just one in an infinite number of layers, and sometimes the skin between these layers becomes thin enough to walk through. The man from Taured didn't leave a body, a passport, or a fingerprint that stayed in our world. But he left a question that haunts every traveler. If you took a wrong turn today, would you end up in a world where your country doesn't exist? The 2026 findings suggest that these slips are happening more frequently. As we continue to decode the shadow files, we have to ask, are we the ones in the real world, or are we just the ones who haven't noticed the glitch yet? Tell us your theories in the comments. Have you ever felt like you didn't belong in this timeline? Subscribe to Unresolved Truths as we track the travelers between worlds. Until next time, keep your eyes on the map. It might change when you aren't looking.